There comes a time in every chosen soul's journey when the familiar fades, the voices around you quiet, and the paths you once walked with others diverge into solitude. You may find yourself questioning, why am I alone? Why has God removed me from the crowd, from the comforts of company and from the noise of the world? But in this moment, understand that you are not abandoned. You are being prepared. God is isolating you not to punish, but to elevate. He is pulling you away so he can draw closer, whispering divine truths that can only be heard in the silence of separation. When God sets you apart, it is never without purpose. This isolation is a sacred transformation, a divine pause in the story of your life. The hands of the potter are reshaping you, molding you into something greater than you can imagine. The noise of the world cannot disturb you here, for this is a holy space where God begins to reveal his plans for you. The pruning may feel harsh. The stripping away of old relationships, old habits, and old ways of thinking may leave you feeling bare, but it is in this divine stillness that the seed of glory is planted deep within your soul. The world may see your isolation as loneliness, but the heavens see it as alignment. In this stillness, you are not alone. You are surrounded by divine presence. The world's distractions are removed so you can focus on the truth that has always been within you. God is preparing you to carry his light, his wisdom, and his glory. He cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. He cannot reveal the fullness of his purpose while you are entangled in the ways of the world. And so he calls you higher, away from the crowd, into the wilderness, into his arms. You may wonder why it feels so painful, why the process feels like a breaking. But in truth, God is not breaking you. He is breaking what no longer serves you. The discomfort is a sign that growth is happening. The isolation is the fertile soil where faith grows. And faith, my friend, is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. God is building in you a faith so unshakable that when the winds of life blow, you will stand firm. Here is Manesh. In this season, it may seem as if doors are closing, as if people who once walked with you are walking away. But understand this. Every door that closes is a divine redirection. Every person who leaves is part of God's pruning process. What remains is what is meant for you. God is teaching you to rely on him alone, to trust in his timing, and to rest in his promises. When the world is stripped away, you are left with the truth of who you are in him. God is not merely setting you apart, he is setting you up for glory, for greatness, for impact. The trials you face in isolation are not designed to destroy you, but to refine you. You are being prepared to carry the weight of blessings, to hold the responsibilities of a calling far greater than yourself. And when the time is right, when the foundation is laid, and when your heart is aligned with his will, God will unveil you. The world will see the transformation, the glory, and the power that was forged in the quiet places. Let your heart not be troubled, for this season of isolation is not your end, it is your beginning. God is with you, orchestrating every moment, turning every pain into purpose, and setting you apart as a vessel for his glory. The journey of being set apart is a divine mystery, one that cannot be explained by worldly reasoning. To the natural eye, your life may look like it is unraveling, as though the things you once relied upon are slipping through your fingers. Yet to the spiritual eye, this is a season of divine alignment. God is orchestrating events in your life to pull you away from what is temporary. Every closed door, every severed connection, and every moment of solitude is a stepping stone toward the manifestation of his glory in you. Do not be dismayed when the world misunderstands you. When God chooses to set you apart, it is not for the approval of man, but for the fulfillment of his divine purpose. Those who once walked with you may no longer recognize the path you are on. They may question your decisions, your silence, and your distance. But understand this: their opinions hold no weight in the plan of God. He is calling you higher, and not everyone can ascend with you. Just as the eagle must leave the nest to soar, so too must you step away from the familiar to embrace the heights God is preparing for you. In this sacred solitude, you will begin to see the world differently. What once satisfied you will no longer hold meaning. The pursuits and distractions that once captivated your attention will fade into insignificance. This is not a loss, but a sign that God is awakening your spirit to higher things. He is opening your eyes to His vision, His desires, and His plans for your life. You are no longer living according to the patterns of this world. You are being transformed by the renewing of your mind. The process of isolation is not without its trials. There will be moments when you feel the weight of loneliness, when the silence feels deafening, and when doubt creeps into your heart. In these moments, remember that even Jesus was led into the wilderness before stepping into His ministry. The wilderness was not a place of abandonment, but a place of preparation. It was there that He fasted, prayed, and overcame the temptations that sought to derail His purpose. And just as He emerged from the wilderness in power, so too will you. God is using this time to strengthen you. The battles you face in isolation are not meant to break you, but to build you. Each trial is an opportunity to grow in faith, to trust in God's provision, and to rely on His strength. The struggles you endure now are preparing you for the victories to come. Every tear you shed is watering the seeds of greatness within you. Every prayer you whisper is a declaration of your trust in God's plan. For every whisper, Jaya, win words. As you walk through this season, you may feel as though you are hidden, as though the world has forgotten you. But know this, God has not forgotten you. He has hidden you for a purpose. Just as a seed is buried in the soil before it blooms, so too are you being planted in the hidden places. This is where growth happens, where roots deepen, and where the foundation of your purpose is established. When the time is right, God will bring you into the light, and the fruit of this season will be evident for all to see. This isolation is also a time of revelation. In the quiet, God will speak to your heart, revealing truths that were once hidden. He will show you who you are in Him, stripping away the lies and doubts that have held you back. He will remind you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, created for a purpose that no one else can fulfill. The dreams and desires He has placed within you are not random. They are divine assignments waiting to be fulfilled. God is not merely setting you apart for your sake. He is setting you apart for the sake of others. The work He is doing in you is not just for your own growth, but for the impact you will have on the world. You are being prepared to be a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope for those who are lost. The lessons you learn in this season will equip you to guide others through their own wilderness. The strength you gain will empower you to lift others up. In this season, let your heart be open to the refining work of God. Allow Him to remove what no longer serves you, to heal the wounds you have carried, and to fill you with His peace. Trust that He is with you in every moment, working all things together for your good. The isolation may feel like a wilderness, but it is also a place of divine encounter. It is here that you will come to know God in a deeper, more intimate way. Remember that the wilderness is not your destination. It is a pathway to glory. Just as Moses encountered God in the burning bush, just as David was anointed in the fields, and just as Jesus overcame in the wilderness, so too will you emerge from this season stronger, wiser, and more aligned with God's purpose. The glory that awaits you is far greater than anything you could imagine, for God's plans are always exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think. As you continue this journey, hold fast to the promises of God. He has chosen you, set you apart, and called you for such a time as this. The isolation is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one that will reveal His glory in and through you. Trust in His timing, rest in His presence, and know that the work He has begun in you, He will bring to completion. The pain you feel in this season is not wasted. It is the fire through which you are refined. Just as gold must be purified through intense heat, your soul is being purified for a higher calling. Each hardship, each moment of isolation is stripping away the impurities of doubt, fear, and limitation. God is preparing you to reflect His glory fully, to shine with a brilliance that can only come from walking through the fire and emerging unscathed. For he that you may find yourself longing for the comfort of the familiar, for the relationships and routines that once gave you a sense of security. But God is showing you that your true security lies not in the things of this world, but in Him alone. He is teaching you to let go of what no longer serves your purpose, to release the weight of expectations, and to surrender fully to His will. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but of profound strength. It is in letting go that you find freedom, and in trusting Him that you discover the depths of His love. In this season of being set apart, you may be tempted to rush the process, to force your way back into the busyness of life. But God's timing is perfect. He is not in a hurry, for He knows the value of preparation. Just as a gardener waits patiently for the seed to grow, nurturing it with care, so too does God nurture your soul in this time of waiting. Trust that He knows exactly what you need and when you need it. The blessings He has prepared for you are worth the wait, and the work He is doing in you now is laying the foundation for those blessings to flourish. You may feel as though you are walking through a valley, surrounded by shadows and uncertainty, but even in the valley, God is with you. He is your shepherd, guiding you through the darkness and leading you to green pastures. The valley is not a place of despair, but a place of growth. It is in the valley that you learn to lean on Him, to trust in His provision, and to find strength in His presence. The mountaintop will come, but it is in the valley that your character is formed and your faith is strengthened. God's isolation is not rejection. It is redirection. He is steering you away from distractions and toward your destiny. The path may not always be clear, but He is lighting your way, step by step. Trust in the process, even when it feels uncertain. Know that He sees the bigger picture, that He is weaving together the threads of your life into a masterpiece. What may seem like a detour is often a divine shortcut, a way of preparing you for what lies ahead. If this time of being set apart is also a time of healing, God is reaching into the deepest parts of your soul, mending what has been broken and restoring what has been lost. He is healing the wounds of the past, removing the chains of guilt and shame, and filling you with His peace. Allow Him to do this work in you, to bring you to a place of wholeness and freedom. The pain you have endured will not define you. It will refine you, shaping you into the person He has called you to be. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. God's plans for you are good, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Trust in His promises, even when the evidence around you seems to suggest otherwise. Faith is not about what you see. It is about what you know in your heart to be true. Every great calling comes with a season of preparation. Moses spent 40 years in the desert before leading the Israelites out of Egypt. Joseph endured years of betrayal and imprisonment before rising to power in Egypt. Even Jesus spent time in solitude, preparing for His ministry. You are in good company. The isolation you feel is not a sign of abandonment, but a sign that God is working in you and through you. He is equipping you for the work He has prepared for you to do. In this season, be still and know that He is God. Resist the urge to fill the silence with noise, to distract yourself from the work He is doing in your soul. Embrace the stillness, for it is in the quiet that you will hear His voice. He is speaking to you, guiding you, and revealing His purpose for your life. Listen with an open heart and allow His words to shape your thoughts, your actions, and your destiny. The isolation is temporary, but the work God is doing in you will last forever. He is building a foundation that cannot be shaken, a faith that cannot be moved, and a character that reflects His glory. When the time comes for you to step into the fullness of your calling, you will be ready. You will be a vessel of His love, His wisdom, and His power, shining His light in a world that so desperately needs it. Do not despise this season of being set apart. Embrace it as a gift, a sacred opportunity to grow closer to God and to become the person He has created you to be. Trust in His plan, even when it doesn't make sense. Know that He is with you, that He is for you, and that He is working all things together for your good. In moments of stillness, when the world fades into the background, you begin to recognize that this season of separation is a divine appointment. You are not merely being isolated, you are being repositioned. The pieces of your life are being rearranged so that they align perfectly with the will of God. What feels like disruption is actually divine order. You may not understand it now, but when you look back, you will see the intricate ways He has woven together every thread of your journey. The isolation is not about taking things away from you. It is about giving you something greater. God is setting the stage for a life that exceeds your wildest dreams. But before He can reveal the masterpiece, He must clear the clutter. The relationships that fell away, the opportunities that seemed to vanish, the plans that unraveled, they were not losses, but preparations. God knew you the suffering, the preparations, giving you the plans that unraveled. They were not the losses, but preparations. God knew they could not carry the weight of the blessings He is about to pour into your life. You are being prepared for a higher calling, and not everyone can go where God is taking you. This is why some relationships have been severed. It is not rejection, it is protection. God sees the hearts of those around you, and He knows who is truly for you. Trust that the people who remain are the ones meant to walk this journey with you. The isolation is a pruning process, cutting away what is not fruitful, so that you can grow and flourish. In the silence, you discover a deeper relationship with God. When there are no distractions, no external voices vying for your attention, you are able to hear His voice with clarity. He is whispering truth to your soul, reminding you of who you are and whose you are. In the stillness, you find the strength to trust Him completely, to rest in His presence, and to lean on His promise. This season is teaching you to rely on God and not on your own understanding. You are learning that His ways are higher than your ways, His thoughts higher than your thoughts. Even when the path seems unclear, you can trust that He is guiding you. He is the lamp to your feet and the light to your path. With each step of faith, you are moving closer to the fulfillment of His promises. The world may not understand what you are going through. They may question your choices, your path, and your purpose. But remember, God's calling on your life is not for everyone to understand. It is between you and Him. Do not seek validation from others. Seek confirmation from God. His approval is all that matters, and His plans for you are perfect. Every tear you have shed in this season of isolation has been seen by God. Not one has been wasted. He collects your tears and turns them into testimonies. The pain you feel now is shaping you into a vessel of His grace. You will emerge from this season with a story that glorifies Him, a story that inspires others and reveals the power of His love. God is not only isolating you for your benefit, He is setting you apart for His glory. Your life is meant to be a reflection of His goodness, a testament to His faithfulness. The trials you are enduring are not punishments but opportunities to grow in faith, to develop perseverance, and to become a beacon of hope for others. You are being refined for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. As you wait in this season, let your faith be your anchor. Hold fast to the promises of God even when the storm rages around you. Remember that He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. His love for you is unchanging, and His plans for you are steadfast. He is your refuge and your strength, your ever-present help in times of trouble. The beauty of this season is that it is not permanent. It is a chapter in your story, not the whole book. God is preparing you for a new beginning, a season of restoration and abundance. When the time is right, He will open doors that no one can shut. He will lead you into a place of blessing, a place where you will see the fruits of your faith and perseverance. The work God is doing in you now is laying the foundation for a life that is grounded in His truth. You are being prepared to stand firm in your faith, to walk boldly in your purpose, and to shine as a light in the darkness. The isolation is not the end, it is the beginning of something extraordinary. Every great work begins in solitude. Seeds are planted in the quiet of the earth before they break through the surface and reach toward the sun. Stars shine brightest in the darkest skies. In the same way, your season of isolation is a sacred time of growth and preparation. Trust the process and trust the one who holds your life in his hand. God's love for you is unwavering, his plans for you are perfect, and his timing is impeccable. Though you may not see it now, every moment of isolation, every tear, and every prayer is drawing you closer to the destiny he has prepared for you. Hold on to hope, for your breakthrough is coming. God, in his infinite wisdom, orchestrates every moment of your life, including the seasons of isolation, to lead you into a greater understanding of your purpose. In this sacred stillness, he is not merely pulling you away from the noise of the world, he is inviting you into a deeper communion with him. The process may feel painful, and the loneliness might weigh heavily on your heart, but it is here, in this quiet separation, that God is equipping you with everything you need for the next phase of your journey. This divine isolation is not arbitrary. It is deliberate, precise, and purposeful. God is stripping away the distractions, the superficial connections, and the fleeting pursuits that have kept you tethered to the things of this world. He is removing the idols that have subtly taken his place in your heart. He is realigning your focus, clearing the path so that you can walk in alignment with his will. Life of Master, Christ. In this pruning you may feel the loss, but it is a loss that ultimately brings gain, a gain that is eternal, a gain that will reveal his glory through your life. There is a reason God isolates those he calls. The weight of his plans for you cannot be shared by those who do not understand the depth of your calling. Not everyone in your life is equipped to walk the same path as you. Some relationships, no matter how cherished, may hinder the work God is doing in you. Trust that he is removing these ties not out of cruelty, but out of love. He knows what lies ahead, and he is preparing you to carry it with strength, grace, and unwavering faith. In this isolation, God is not only refining your character, but also strengthening your resolve. He is teaching you to depend solely on him, to trust him even when his ways are not clear. This is where your faith is forged, in the quiet moments where doubt tries to creep in, but you choose to stand firm on his promises. It is here, in the solitude, that you learn to walk by faith and not by sight. You learn to lean not on your understanding, but on his wisdom, which surpasses all human comprehension. God is also using this time to deepen your spiritual discernment. As the noise of the world fades, his voice becomes clearer. He speaks to you in the stillness, revealing his plans, his promises, and his presence. He is teaching you to recognize his guidance, to trust his timing, and to follow his lead without hesitation. This is a sacred gift, one that will carry you through every season of life, enabling you to move forward with confidence, knowing that you are walking in his will. Every great work of God requires preparation. Just as he prepared David in the fields before he faced Goliath, and Moses in the wilderness before leading the Israelites, so too is he preparing you. This season of isolation is not a punishment, it is a preparation. It is a time for God to pour into you, to equip you with the strength, wisdom, and faith you will need for the road ahead. It is a time for him to mold you into the person he has created you to be, a person who reflects his glory and carries his light into the world. You may not see the full picture now, but trust that God's hand is at work. He is weaving together every moment of your life, even the painful ones, into a masterpiece that will reveal his glory. The isolation is a part of this process, a necessary step in the journey toward the fulfillment of his promises. Trust the process, even when it is difficult. Trust the one who holds your life in his hands, knowing that his plans for you are good, pleasing, and perfect. Your isolation is not without purpose. It is a sacred time of preparation, a season of divine transformation. God is setting you apart not to diminish you, but to elevate you. He is preparing you to carry His glory, to walk in His purpose, and to shine as a beacon of His love and truth. Trust Him in this process, for He is faithful to complete the work He has begun in you. And when the time is right, He will bring you out of this season, not as the person you were, but as the person He has called you to be. Every trial, every tear, every moment of doubt is shaping you into a vessel fit for His use. God sees the pain you carry, the questions you wrestle with, and the prayers you have whispered in the silence. None of it is wasted. He is using it all to refine you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for the glory that lies ahead. In His time, you will see the fruits of this season. You will look back and see how every moment of isolation, every tear, and every prayer was a part of His perfect plan. So hold on to hope, hold on to His promises. Trust that He is with you in this season, that He is working all things together for your good. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are loved, cherished, and chosen by the Creator of the universe. He is setting you apart, not for your sake, but for His glory. And in that you can find peace, knowing that your life is a part of something far greater than yourself. God's ways are often beyond human understanding, and this is particularly true when He isolates you for His purpose. In these moments, the silence may feel overwhelming, the questions may seem endless, and the path may appear uncertain. Yet it is in this quiet place that God is doing His most profound work in you. He is stripping away the layers of doubt, fear, and dependency on worldly things, so that you can emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with His will. Consider the metaphor of a seed planted deep within the earth. In the darkness, unseen and unnoticed, it begins its transformation. The soil may press against it, the weight may seem heavy, but it is in that very pressure that the seed gains the strength to break through. Similarly, God allows seasons of darkness and isolation in your life, not to bury you, but to prepare you for the breakthrough. What feels like confinement is actually the environment in which your roots of faith are growing deeper and your spiritual foundation is being fortified. Isolation is where God teaches you the value of His presence. When the distractions of the world are removed, you have no choice but to turn your gaze upward. This is where you learn that He alone is sufficient, that His love sustains you, and that His grace is enough. In these sacred moments, God reveals Himself to you in ways that you might not experience in the busyness of life. He becomes your anchor, your refuge, your source of strength. Through the stillness, He whispers His promises, reassuring you that He is with you and that He will never leave nor forsake you. As you journey through this season, you may find yourself questioning why certain relationships, opportunities, or comforts have been removed. It is not because God wants to deprive you, but because He is making space for something far greater. He is aligning your life with His divine purpose, ensuring that nothing and no one will hinder what He is about to do in you and through you. Trust that every door He closes and every connection He severs is part of His plan to bring you into alignment with His perfect will. God isolates you to refine your character. In the stillness, He reveals the areas of your life that need transformation. He brings to light the attitudes, habits, and mindsets that are not in harmony with His purpose for you. This process may feel uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Just as gold is purified in the fire, so too are you refined through the trials of isolation. Each challenge, each moment of discomfort is purging you of the impurities that would hinder your walk with Him. The end result is a life that reflects His glory, a life that shines as a testament to His grace and power. This season of isolation is also a time for preparation. God does not call you to a purpose without equipping you for it. In the quiet, He is teaching you, molding you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. He is instilling in you the wisdom, resilience, and faith you will need to fulfill the calling He has placed on your life. This preparation is not something you can rush. It is a divine process that unfolds in His timing. Trust that He knows exactly what you need and when you need it. God is also using this time to deepen your faith. When you cannot see the way forward, when the answers seem elusive, you are compelled to trust Him completely. This is the essence of faith, believing in what you cannot see and trusting in what you cannot yet understand. In this season, God is teaching you to walk by faith and not by sight. He is showing you that His promises are true, that His timing is perfect, and that His plans for you are good. This is where your faith is strengthened, where your trust in Him becomes unshakable. In isolation, God reveals your true identity. Away from the voices of the world, you begin to hear His voice more clearly. He reminds you that you are His beloved, that you are chosen, and that you are set apart for a purpose. He speaks truth over you, replacing the lies of the enemy with His promises. He reminds you that your worth is not determined by your achievements, your relationships, or your circumstances, but by the fact that you are His child. This revelation of your identity is foundational, empowering you to step into your calling with confidence and assurance. The journey of isolation is not easy, but it is necessary. It is a time of pruning, refining, and preparation. It is a season where God is working in the hidden places of your heart, shaping you into the person He has created you to be. Trust that He is with you in this process, that He is guiding you, and that He is faithful to complete the work He has begun in you. Even when the path is unclear, even when the silence feels deafening, hold on to His promises. Trust that He is setting you apart, not to diminish you, but to elevate you for His glory. God's process of setting you apart often feels like walking through a wilderness, where every familiar landmark disappears, and you are left with nothing but the assurance of His presence. It is a sacred place, though it often feels desolate. In the wilderness, God is removing the clutter that distracts you, both externally and internally. He is peeling away the layers of reliance on people, possessions, and worldly affirmations so that you can learn to rely solely on Him. This stripping away is not to leave you barren, but to make room for the abundance He is preparing for you. The isolation also serves as a shield, a form of divine protection. Sometimes God removes you from situations and relationships, not because you have failed, but because they cannot come with you into the new season He has for you. He sees what you cannot see. He knows the traps and pitfalls that lie ahead. By isolating you, He is sparing you from unnecessary pain and equipping you to walk the path He has ordained for you. What may feel like rejection or loss is often God's hand of protection and guidance, steering you toward a higher calling. This period of separation is a time for divine revelation. God is not only drawing you closer to Him, but also revealing aspects of His character that you may have never known. In the quiet, He shows you His faithfulness, His mercy, His power, and His love. These are not abstract concepts, but tangible truths you begin to experience in your isolation. As you lean into His presence, you find that He is not just your creator, but your sustainer, provider, and friend. These revelations transform your relationship with Him, allowing you to walk in deeper intimacy and trust. The quietness of this season is also where your dreams are birthed or rekindled. In the busyness of life, it's easy to suppress the desires and visions God has placed within you. But in the stillness, those dreams come alive again. God begins to remind you of the promises He has spoken over your life, promises that may have been forgotten or delayed. He breathes new life into those dreams, showing you how they align with His greater purpose. This is the time to embrace those visions, to nurture them, and to prepare for their fulfillment. God's timing is always perfect, and He often uses seasons of isolation to align you with His divine schedule. While it may feel as though time is standing still, it is actually moving according to His plan. He is synchronizing the events of your life with His purpose, ensuring that everything unfolds at the right moment. This alignment requires patience and trust, as it may not match your own timeline. However, when you surrender to His timing, you begin to see how everything fits together in ways you could never have orchestrated on your own. Through this process, God is cultivating resilience within you. The challenges of isolation force you to dig deep, to persevere, and to rely on His strength. You learn to navigate uncertainty with grace and to stand firm in the face of adversity. This resilience is not just for the present, but for the future, equipping you to fulfill the calling God has placed on your life. Here, the strength you gain in this season will serve you in the battles and opportunities that lie ahead, enabling you to walk boldly in your purpose. One of the most profound aspects of being set apart is the transformation that takes place within you. God is not only preparing you for external success, but also molding your heart and mind to reflect His character. He is teaching you humility, compassion, and obedience. He is cultivating within you a spirit of gratitude, teaching you to recognize His hand in every blessing and every trial. This inner transformation is the foundation upon which you build your outward impact. And as your heart aligns with His, your actions and words become a reflection of His glory. In isolation, God also teaches you the power of gratitude. When the noise of the world is stripped away, you begin to notice the small blessings that often go unnoticed. The breath in your lungs, the sunrise that greets you, the peace that comes from His presence. These become sources of joy and gratitude. This shift in perspective transforms how you approach life. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you begin to see the abundance of what God has already provided. Gratitude becomes the key that unlocks the fullness of His blessings. As you continue through this season, you may begin to notice the subtle ways in which God is preparing you for the next chapter. Doors may start to open, opportunities may arise, and relationships may be restored or redefined. These moments are not coincidences, but divine orchestrations, signs that God's plan is unfolding. Trust that each step is part of a larger picture, one that you may not fully understand yet, but will become clear in time. Hold on to the promise that God's plans for you are to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future. The journey of being set apart is not one of isolation, but of preparation, transformation, and revelation. It is a time when God works deeply within you, shaping you into the person He has created you to be. Though the path may be challenging, it is also filled with moments of divine grace and beauty. Trust in the process, lean into His presence, and allow Him to complete the work He has begun in you. In this journey of isolation, trust that God's purpose is far greater than what you can see in the moment. He is not just taking you through a process, He is preparing you for the extraordinary. The challenges you face, the silence you endure, and the changes you undergo are all designed to align you with His divine will. You are being set apart not as an act of separation, but as a step toward elevation. God is cultivating your character, sharpening your vision, and equipping you for the glory He has destined for you. So, embrace the stillness and the solitude, knowing that it is not in vain. Hold on to the promise that God's plans are for your good, to prosper you and bring you hope. Allow yourself to be transformed, knowing that what God begins, He also completes. As you walk forward in faith, remember that this season of being set apart is not the end of your story, it is the foundation of the greatness that is to come. You are being prepared for His glory, and in His perfect timing, He will reveal all He has been working on within you. Trust the process and trust Him. There is a quiet, sacred truth that stirs within each of us, a truth that whispers that nothing in life is random, nothing is without purpose. The trials you face, the waiting you endure, and the silent prayers you have poured out into the heavens have not gone unnoticed. Every tear you have shed, every sleepless night, and every ounce of faith you have clung to are being woven into the divine fabric of your life's purpose. You may look around and feel like nothing is changing. You may wonder if your prayers have fallen into some infinite abyss, lost and unanswered. But let me remind you, the God who created the stars and called them by name is the same God who holds you. He is not absent in your waiting. No, He is waiting in ways that your eyes cannot yet see and your mind cannot yet comprehend. Faith is not about seeing the result before you believe. Faith is about knowing in the depths of your being that what you have asked for is already on its way. God is not withholding from you, He is preparing you. The very things you are praying for require a foundation strong enough to sustain them. And so in His wisdom, He shapes you, molds you, and strengthens you, ensuring that when your prayer is answered, you will not only receive it, but thrive within it. Consider this: when the farmer plants a seed, he does not return to the field the next day expecting a harvest. He understands that the seed must first be buried in darkness, hidden from sight, and nurtured by the unseen forces of the earth. So it is with you. Your current struggle is not a denial of your prayer. It is the soil in which God is growing the answer. Doubt will come to test you. It will tell you that nothing is happening, that the silence means you've been forgotten. But this is the greatest lie of all. The silence is not empty. It is pregnant with possibility. God speaks most profoundly in the stillness. When you quiet the noise of fear and doubt, you will hear His gentle assurance that He is with you, that He has not left your side, and that His timing is perfect. Now, one more point. Do not despise the preparation. Every delay, every obstacle, and every disappointment is teaching you resilience. It is building your character, refining your faith, and aligning your spirit with His will. If you could see the fullness of what He has planned for you, you would understand why the preparation is necessary. You would rejoice in the wait, knowing that the best is yet to come. Hold on to God with unwavering trust, for He holds you with a love that is eternal. Let your heart rest in the certainty that what you have been praying for is not only possible, but inevitable. The same power that created the universe dwells within you, and through this divine connection, all things are being made ready. What you have asked for in faith is already yours in spirit. Keep your eyes fixed on this truth, not on the appearances of the world. Do not waver. Do not give in to despair. God is faithful, and He is preparing you to receive what your heart has longed for. Hold on, for the journey you are on is leading you to a destination more beautiful than you can imagine. As you walk through each day, remember that your life is unfolding in perfect accordance with the divine plan, one that was written long before you even took your first breath. You may look at your current circumstances and wonder how it could possibly lead to the manifestation of your deepest desires, but rest assured, the Creator knows exactly what He's doing. His plan for your life is more magnificent than any dream you could dare to imagine. The word magnificent, what you are going through today, is a necessary step to prepare you for what is coming. And although it may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you are actually being strengthened in ways that are beyond your understanding. When you are in the midst of challenges, it is easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. It is easy to focus on the immediate pain, the discomfort, and the uncertainty. But God is asking you to lift your eyes above the circumstances. Lift your eyes to the truth of who you are in Him. You are His child, and He loves you beyond measure. The trials you face are not punishment. They are the tools He is using to refine you. Each difficulty, each delay, and each moment of waiting is shaping you into the person who is ready to receive what God has already promised you. You must trust in His timing. There is a divine clock at work that operates according to a rhythm that is beyond human comprehension. You may not see the full picture now, but God sees the end from the beginning. He knows the exact moment when you will be ready to step into the fullness of what He has prepared for you. The waiting time is not wasted time. It is the time of preparation. It is the time for you to grow, to learn, to shed what no longer serves you, and to embrace the new. There is a danger in becoming too fixated on the when of your desires. Often the desire for instant results leads to frustration, doubt, and disappointment. The true power lies in surrendering to the process. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should. God's timing is always perfect, and His understanding is infinite. While your mind is limited by the constraints of time, His vision encompasses eternity. He knows when you are ready for the very things you have prayed for, and He is making sure that all things are working together for your good. But it is not just about waiting passively. This is an active waiting, one that requires you to engage in faith and trust each day. Each moment you hold on to God is a moment of growth. Every time you choose to believe in the unseen, to trust in what is not yet visible, you are participating in the manifestation process. You are aligning yourself with the divine flow that is bringing your dreams into reality. Your thoughts, words, and actions are the channels through which God works. You must align your mindset with His promises. Speak His truth over your life. Remind yourself daily of who you are and what you are capable of through Him. The words you speak carry power, and when you speak words of faith, you are setting the stage for the manifestation of your desires. When you speak with conviction, you are creating pathways in your life for God's plan to unfold. When you say, "I am worthy of the blessings that are coming," you are affirming the truth of God's provision. When you say, "I trust that God is preparing me," you are surrendering your will to His divine plan. When you say, "I believe that everything is working together for my good," you are aligning yourself with the law of divine order. But it is not just about speaking the right words. It is about embodying the belief that your desires are already yours. The moment you choose to believe that God is working on your behalf, you activate a higher level of faith. This faith is not passive, nor is it based on what you can see with your physical eyes. It is the kind of faith that sees beyond the present circumstances and looks into the invisible realm of possibility. It is the faith that knows that God is at work even when you cannot see it. Hold on to the belief that God is holding you. His grip on your life is secure, and nothing can separate you from His love and His purpose. Just as the vine is secure in the soil, you are secure in Him. You are rooted in His love, and your growth is inevitable. Just as the vine cannot bear fruit without the nourishment it receives from the soil, you cannot bear the fruit of your desires without His guidance and provision. He is your source, He is your foundation, He is the one who will bring to fruition everything you have prayed for. Trust in His hands, for He holds you with a tenderness that is beyond human comprehension. His love for you is relentless, unwavering, and eternal. There is no storm, no trial, no challenge that can separate you from the love He has for you. The storms may rage, the winds may howl, but the anchor of His love holds you firm. The more you hold on to Him, the more you will begin to see the evidence of His goodness in your life. God is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. The work He is doing in you today is shaping the future He has destined for you. You may not see it now, but the seeds of your prayers have already been planted, and they are growing in ways that are beyond your understanding. The trials you face are part of the process. They are not obstacles, but stepping stones leading you toward your purpose. Every challenge you overcome is making you stronger, wiser, and more prepared to receive what God has for you. Do not look to others for validation, nor allow the opinions of the world to dictate your worth. You are God's masterpiece, created with purpose, and His plan for you is far greater than any worldly success or recognition. Trust in the quiet unfolding of His plan, and know that everything is working together for your good. When you hold on to God, you hold on to the Creator of the universe. The same power that created the stars, the mountains, and the oceans is the power that works within you. You are not alone in this journey. You are surrounded by His presence, and He is guiding you every step of the way. Your prayers have been heard, and the answer is already on its way. Trust that what you are praying for is already in motion. God's plans for you are not just for today, but for eternity. You are being prepared for a life that is abundant, full of purpose, and overflowing with blessings. Hold on, for God is holding you. His love is a secure foundation, and His promises are unshakable. Even in the darkest moments, when all seems lost, know that God is still working. He is still holding you. He is still preparing you for what you have asked for. Your prayers are not in vain, and your faith is not wasted. It is a precious seed that is being watered, nourished, and cultivated, and when the time is right, when you have grown in faith and strength, you will see the manifestation of the desires of your heart. So, hold on to God. Hold on to His promises. Hold on to the truth that He is preparing you for what you have been praying for. In His hands you are safe, you are loved, and you are destined for greatness. Keep your eyes fixed on Him, for He is the source of all things, and in Him all things are possible. As you walk through this journey, remember that you are not walking alone. The Creator of the universe walks with you. He is holding you with a love that is unshakable, and He is preparing you for the abundant life He has promised. Hold on, for the best is yet to come. Keep your faith strong, trust in His timing, and know that your prayers are already answered in the divine realm. The path you are walking on is one of divine design, and though you may encounter twists and turns, bumps and bruises along the way, never doubt that you are exactly where you need to be. There is a purpose behind every season of your life, a reason for every challenge, and a blessing in the waiting. The things you have asked for, those desires deep within your heart, are not forgotten. In fact, they are already set in motion by the very hand of God. Amen. You might not see it yet, but know that your prayers are not in vain. What you are experiencing today is part of the process of becoming who you were always meant to be. The preparation may feel like a storm at times. The winds may howl, the rains may pour, and the darkness may seem unending, but take heart, for the storm is clearing the way. The challenges you face are clearing the debris, making space for what is coming. Every struggle, every setback is helping to shape you into the person who will be ready to receive the blessings that have already been promised to you. God is not putting you through this journey to break you. He is refining you. He is preparing you to hold the very blessings you have been praying for, and you will be able to carry them with grace, strength, and wisdom because of the work He is doing in your life right now. Trust in this process. Trust that God sees the bigger picture even when you cannot. He understands the intricacies of your heart, the desires that no one else knows, and He is aligning everything in your life to bring those desires into reality. The struggles you are facing today are making you stronger for tomorrow. The challenges you overcome will give you the resilience you need to step boldly into your future. What you need to understand is that your growth is often hidden from view. Just like the seed that is planted in the ground, it must first go through a period of darkness before it can break through the surface. During this time, it may seem like nothing is happening. The seed is buried in the earth, unseen by the outside world, and yet it is growing. It is being nurtured and strengthened beneath the surface. But in the same way, God is working beneath the surface of your life, quietly preparing you for what is to come. Even when you cannot see it, He is at work. And when the time is right, you will break through the surface and see the results of His divine work in your life. It is easy to become discouraged when you look at your current circumstances. It is easy to feel as though nothing is changing, that your prayers are unanswered, and that the things you desire will never come to pass. But know this, God's timing is always perfect. It may not align with your timeline, but His timing is the best possible timing. Trust that He knows what you need and when you need it. The answer to your prayer is already on its way. You are being prepared to receive it. What you are enduring now is a part of that preparation. Do not see your difficulties as obstacles or roadblocks. See them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge is an invitation to become stronger, wiser, and more aligned with God's purpose for your life. It is through the process of overcoming that you will develop the strength and character necessary to fully step into the blessings that God has prepared for you. The waiting period may feel frustrating at times, but understand that it is necessary for your transformation. God is molding you, shaping you, and preparing your heart to fully receive what He has for you. You may not understand the process, but trust that it is leading you to something greater than you can imagine. Your desires are not just dreams, they are divine promises waiting to be fulfilled. And when the time is right, you will see them come to life in ways that will surpass all of your expectations. During this time of waiting, it is important to keep your faith strong. This is the moment when your trust in God will be tested, and it is also the moment when your faith will be strengthened. Trust is not about knowing all the answers or understanding every step of the journey. Trust is about believing in God's goodness, His timing, and His faithfulness. Trust is knowing that when you choose to trust in Him, even when you cannot see the way forward, you are aligning yourself with His divine plan. And that alignment will bring about the manifestation of the desires of your heart. It is also important to guard your thoughts during this time. The mind is a powerful thing, and the thoughts you entertain have the ability to shape your reality. If you allow fear, doubt, or negativity to fill your mind, you will find that the process of waiting becomes even more difficult. But if you choose to focus on the truth, that God is holding you, that He is preparing you, and that your desires are already in motion, you will find that the waiting becomes a time of peace and anticipation. You are not alone in this journey. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, comforting you, and working on your behalf. Keep your thoughts focused on His promises, and know that He is faithful to bring them to pass. You are more powerful than you know. The God who holds you also lives within you. His Spirit is at work in you, and through Him you are capable of achieving the impossible. Your prayers are not just words spoken into the air. They are powerful declarations that align your heart with God's will. When you speak in faith, you are activating the power of the divine within you. You are speaking into existence the things that God has already prepared for you. Your words are creating the path for the blessings to flow into your life. But it is not enough to simply speak words of faith. You must also act in faith. Your actions must align with your belief. If you believe that God is preparing you for something great, then you must act as though it is already on its way. This is where the power of faith meets the power of action. When you move in faith, trusting that God is leading you, you are creating space for the blessings to come. Your faith must be a living, breathing force that propels you forward even when the road ahead seems uncertain. God has not brought you this far to leave you. He has been with you every step of the way, guiding you, loving you, and preparing you for this moment. Even when it feels like you are walking alone, know that He is beside you, holding you and strengthening you. Trust in His promises. Hold on to Him with all your heart, and remember that everything you have prayed for is already on its way. You are being prepared to receive it, and when the time is right, you will step into a new season of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. You are not just waiting for the manifestation of your prayers, you are becoming the person who is capable of holding those blessings. God is not just preparing the blessings for you, He is preparing you for the blessings. You are being shaped, refined, and strengthened so that you can step into the fullness of your purpose. The waiting is not for nothing, it is for everything. Hold on to God, for He is holding you, and know that the best is yet to come. As you wait, remember that your journey is not an accident. Every single step you take, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is part of the grand plan. God does not waste time. He is not moving you through a process of trial and waiting for no reason. Everything has its purpose. Every day you move closer to what He has destined for you. You may not see it now, but know that in the stillness the unseen work is being done. You are being pruned, refined, and readied, just like gold being refined in the fire, until you shine with the brilliance of God's promises. It is so easy to become discouraged when the answers don't come as quickly as we hope. The gap between the prayer and the answer can often seem long, and the waiting can feel unbearable. But in this waiting, do not lose sight of the truth that God is always working, even when you can't see the evidence of His work. God is in the waiting. He is in the silence. He is in the delays. He is in every pause, every moment you feel like you are stuck. In fact, these moments of waiting are some of the most powerful parts of your journey. You are being prepared for a level of blessing that you are not yet able to fully comprehend. God is not just preparing the environment for you, He is preparing you for what is about to unfold. Think of it as a beautiful story that is slowly being written. Every chapter, every word, every sentence is necessary to create the masterpiece. And though you may long to skip ahead to the final page, know that there is significance in the unfolding. There is meaning in every part of your story. You are not behind, you are not too late, you are right on time. God's perfect timing will always bring you into the right place at the right time. The circumstances, the people, the opportunities, they are all aligning for your good. Trust that when the time comes, you will step into it fully prepared, because God is not just giving you a blessing. He is giving you a preparation that will sustain you once the blessing arrives. The preparation is not only about external circumstances, but it is about your internal transformation. You are being made ready to handle what you are praying for. God is building your character, increasing your faith, and strengthening your ability to handle the blessings He is about to pour into your life. If He gave you everything right now, could you sustain it? Would you be able to hold it in a way that honors Him? Will you be able to steward it with wisdom and grace? These are the questions God is considering as He molds you. You may feel impatient, but know that He is doing a deep work within you that will not only prepare you to receive the blessing, but to sustain it and multiply it for the good of others. Do not rush the process. There is beauty in this season of waiting. It is in this season that you grow the most, that you are refined and strengthened. God is teaching you to trust Him, not just for the blessing, but for the process. The process is just as important as the promise. Every single day that you hold on, you are becoming more like the person God intended you to be. When the blessing arrives, it will not just be a reward for your waiting, but a reflection of your transformation. You will not just receive the gift, but will be able to walk in it with the wisdom and the strength to carry it. Your prayers are not unheard. They have been received. The moment you spoke them, God was already at work. The timing of the answer is what you must trust. The reason for the delay is often about your growth and preparation. Sometimes it takes time for things to align in the natural world, just as it takes time for a seed to grow into a tree. You cannot rush the growth process, but you can rest in the fact that growth is happening. Everything is moving according to a plan that is far greater than you can understand right now. As you wait, choose to trust. Trust that God is never in a hurry. He does not rush things, and He does not make mistakes. The work that He is doing in your life, in your heart, in your circumstances is exact. Every delay is a divine intervention. Every seeming setback is a setup for a comeback. You are being positioned exactly where you need to be. God is preparing you, and when He opens the door, you will walk through it, ready to receive all that He has in store. Even when you can't see it with your physical eyes, even when the evidence in the natural world doesn't seem to align with what you are believing, trust that God is always working. He sees what you do not. He knows what you cannot yet comprehend. When the time is right, you will step into your season of abundance, and it will be more glorious than you ever imagined. But until then, hold on. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that everything you are experiencing is part of your preparation for the fulfillment of your prayers. You may not know the path, but you know the destination. You may not know exactly how you will get there, but you know that God is leading you. He is guiding you with His unfailing love, and He will never leave you or forsake you. He is the one who holds you, and He is the one who will lead you through every obstacle, every trial, and every challenge that stands in your way. As you hold on to Him, He will strengthen you. As you trust in Him, He will reveal His plans for your life, and you will see that His plans are far better than anything you could have ever imagined. The vision you have for your life, the dreams in your heart, the desires you have been praying for, are not only possible, but are already on their way. God has already set the wheels in motion. Your job is not to try to force things to happen, but to stay faithful, stay hopeful, and stay expectant. When you hold on to God, you align yourself with the very source of power and creation. Everything you need is already available to you. God will provide the strength, the wisdom, the resources, and the opportunities you need to walk into the future He has prepared for you. God is holding you, and He is preparing you for what you have prayed for. In this season of waiting, know that it is not in vain. Every moment is an opportunity for you to grow, to learn, and to trust Him more deeply. And as you do, you are making room in your heart, your mind, and your life for all the amazing things He is about to pour into you. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. The waiting is not the end, it is the beginning of something beautiful. Hold on to the God who holds you, for He is preparing you for the fullness of His blessings, and when they come, you will be ready to receive them with open arms, knowing that they were always meant for you. God's plan for your life is one that is shaped by divine wisdom, a wisdom far beyond human understanding. As you walk through the process of preparation, you might not always recognize the hand of God at work in every situation. Sometimes it may seem like the pieces of your life are scattered and the future seems uncertain. But rest assured, God is not the author of confusion. He is writing a perfect narrative for your life. And every twist, every turn, every moment of waiting is a stroke of His brush that will bring you to your purpose. In moments when it feels like the world is moving faster than you, when it seems like everyone else is ahead of you, remember that God's timing is always precise. The people you encounter, the lessons you learn, the trials you face, everything is part of His divine orchestration. Trust that He knows what He is doing, even when you cannot yet see the whole picture. The promise He has made to you will come to pass, but there is a process you must go through to be prepared to receive it fully. This process is not about struggle for struggle's sake. It's about growth, strength, and endurance. There are lessons in this waiting period that you cannot get from any other season of your life. The process is what builds your character, molds your spirit, and prepares your heart for what lies ahead. It is this preparation that enables you to handle the abundance, the favor, and the blessings God is preparing to release to you. During times of waiting, it's easy to question your worth or wonder if God has forgotten about you, but know this, He has not. He has heard your prayers and He is working behind the scenes in ways that you cannot see right now. Sometimes the biggest miracles happen in the unseen. When you sow in tears, you will reap in joy. Even when you feel like you are in the wilderness, remember that God is right there with you, guiding you every step of the way. He is not distant, He is close, He is involved, and He is making every necessary preparation for your future. God is not in a hurry to answer your prayers because He is not just focused on the answer itself, but on who you are becoming in the process. He knows that what you are praying for is important, but He also knows that what is most important is your spiritual development. As He refines you, He is making you into someone who is not only capable of receiving your blessing, but who will carry it in a way that glorifies Him and helps others. So while you hear the voice of this book, pay attention to the Word of God that says, you may want it all right now, but God's wisdom sees the bigger picture. He knows that timing is everything. When the right time comes, you will be prepared to receive everything He has promised you. There will be moments when the weight of waiting feels too heavy to bear, when you begin to question if God has heard you at all. But those are the moments when your faith is being stretched. Those are the moments when your trust is being deepened. Those are the moments when you have the opportunity to choose to believe that God is working, even when you cannot see it, even when the road seems unclear. It is in these moments of doubt that God is testing your faith, strengthening it, and preparing you for the next phase of your journey. Hold on to the vision that God has placed in your heart. Hold on to the promises He has spoken over your life. The vision you have is not a product of your own imagination. It is a glimpse into the future that God has already seen. He is the author and the finisher of your faith, and He has already seen the end from the beginning. The answer to your prayers is already in motion, and it will not be delayed. The timing may not be what you expect, but it will always be perfect. God is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. What He has in store for you is beyond your wildest dreams. You may not be able to see it yet, but trust that it is being made ready for you. Every day He is clearing the path, removing obstacles, and preparing you for what is coming. It's easy to get discouraged when the breakthrough seems far off, But you must trust in the process. You must believe that the waiting is not a waste of time. God is doing something mighty in you, and when the time comes for your blessing to be revealed, you will be ready to receive it. In the waiting, choose to trust. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, aligning everything perfectly, even when you can't see it. Trust that His plans for you are good and that He has already worked everything out. Trust that your breakthrough is on the way, even if it doesn't come in the way you expect. Trust that He is preparing you for a level of blessing that you can't even begin to fathom. Trust that He is shaping you into the person you need to be to carry out the destiny He has for you. Every challenge, every difficulty, every moment of discomfort is a part of this preparation. The trials are not meant to break you, but to build you. Every experience is a stepping stone, taking you closer to the fulfillment of your prayers. Trust that God is using these moments to equip you for what is to come, and when the time is right, He will release His promises to you in ways that you could never have anticipated. The wait will be worth it. As you continue to hold on to God, remember that He is holding on to you. You are not alone in this process. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. God is with you every step of the way, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. He is your strength in times of weakness, your peace in times of uncertainty, and your guide in times of confusion. Trust that He is leading you to something greater than you could have ever imagined. When the storm seems fierce and the night seems dark, remember that God is holding you. He is preparing you for what you have prayed for, and nothing can stop the plan He has for your life. Every setback, every trial, every moment of waiting is part of a divine process that will bring you into the fullness of your destiny. Hold on to the God who holds you, for He is the one who will bring you through every challenge and lead you into your promised future. Do not grow weary in doing good. Do not lose heart when things are hard. Do not give up on the promises God has given you. He is preparing you for something greater, something beyond what you can imagine. The preparation might not always feel comfortable, but it is necessary. And when the time comes, you will see that it was all worth it. You will look back and realize that every moment of waiting, every season of uncertainty was a part of the process that made you who you are today. You are being prepared for the blessing that is coming. You are being shaped, refined, and made ready. Hold on, trust, and know that God is faithful. He will do what He has promised. The answer is coming, the breakthrough is coming, and when it arrives, you will be more than ready to step into the fullness of what God has prepared for you. As you continue to stand firm in your faith, do not be discouraged by what you see with your natural eyes. The things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. What God is doing in your life right now is invisible to the human eye, yet it is eternal in its significance. It is being crafted in the spirit realm, where your true potential lies. The manifestation of God's promises may not yet be apparent in the physical world, but in the spiritual realm, it is already a reality. Every time you pray, every time you believe, you are sowing seeds in the unseen world. These seeds may not sprout immediately, but they are growing, and in their time they will come to fruition. The promise of God's plan is not a distant hope, but a present certainty. Though it may feel like time is moving slowly, remember that God's timing is always perfect. He knows exactly when to release the blessings that are prepared for you. It is easy to become frustrated when things don't happen on your timetable. We live in a world that values instant results, where everything is at our fingertips. But with God, things take time. Why? Because He is not just interested in the end result, He is deeply invested in who you are becoming in the process. This is why the waiting period is not a time of inactivity, but a time of transformation. You are being shaped, refined, and strengthened in ways that you cannot yet fully comprehend. Understand this: God is preparing you to handle the very thing you have been praying for. The blessing that is coming is not just about material possessions or outward success. It is about the growth of your character, the elevation of your spirit, and the expansion of your capacity to love, forgive, and serve others. God is preparing you to become the person who can carry the weight of the promise He is about to fulfill in your life. There are many people who receive blessings too soon and cannot handle them. They falter under the weight of their own success, unable to steward what God has given them. But you, my friend, are different. God is not rushing to give you what you desire because He knows that He must first prepare you to steward it well. The season of waiting is a season of building endurance, patience, and maturity. It is a season where you learn to trust God completely, not just in the moments of plenty, but also in the moments of lack. In the process of preparation, God is teaching you how to walk in His peace, even when everything around you is chaotic. He is teaching you how to operate in faith, even when the situation looks hopeless. He is teaching you how to forgive, how to love, and how to trust Him in every circumstance. These lessons are not wasted. They are necessary for the person you need to become to fully experience the manifestation of His promises. While you wait, God is doing a work in you. He is working on your heart, shaping it to be more like His. He is working on your mind, renewing it to think in alignment with His will. He is teaching you patience, humility, and gratitude. These are the qualities that will enable you to not only enjoy the blessings He has for you, but to be a blessing to others. Every challenge you face in this season is preparing you for a greater purpose that will unfold in the future. God is not simply preparing the blessing for you. He is preparing you for the blessing. There is a difference. It is easy to think that God is delayed or that He is not answering your prayers, but the reality is that He is preparing you to receive what He has already promised. The blessing you are asking for requires a level of maturity, wisdom, and understanding that you are growing into right now. Trust that the waiting process is as important as the blessing itself. It is shaping you into the person who can handle the blessing and who will use it to glorify God and bless others. Even when you feel as though you are not making progress, know that God is moving in ways that you cannot see. Just as a seed must be buried in the ground, hidden from sight before it can grow into a tree, so must you sometimes go through seasons of hiddenness and preparation. But the hiddenness is not permanent. It is a necessary part of the growth process. You will bloom in due season. The seed you have planted in faith will sprout, and you will begin to see the evidence of God's work in your life. What you may not realize is that in the waiting, you are becoming more resilient. You are developing strength in the spirit, an inner fortitude that will carry you through any storm. God is refining you, purifying you, and making you stronger so that when your breakthrough comes, you will not only survive it, but thrive in it. The process is equipping you to handle the abundance He is preparing for you. Do not allow fear or doubt to rob you of the joy of the journey. The process may feel long and uncertain at times, but it is not without purpose. Every step you take, no matter how small it seems, is leading you closer to your destiny. Even in the moments of doubt, remember that God is faithful to His word. His promises are true, and they will come to pass in your life. Keep holding on to His word. Keep holding on to His promises. You are being prepared for something incredible, and the waiting is a vital part of your journey. God's love for you is unshakable. His commitment to your destiny is unbreakable. No matter how difficult the road may seem, He will never leave you or forsake you. He is walking with you through every season, guiding you with His wisdom and directing your steps. He is equipping you for a future that is brighter than you can imagine. And when the time comes, you will look back and see that every moment of waiting, every trial, every test was worth it. So hold on. Hold on to the God who holds you. Hold on to the faith that He is preparing you for something great. Hold on to the belief that He is working in ways that you cannot see. Your prayers have not gone unanswered. Your blessing is on the way. And when it arrives, you will know that the waiting was not in vain. It was all part of His perfect plan to prepare you for what He has promised. Your future is bright, and it is being prepared for you in ways that are beyond your comprehension. Trust the process. Trust that the best is yet to come. As you stand on the threshold of what God has prepared for you, remember this: the process has not been in vain. Every moment of waiting, every tear, every prayer, and every act of faith is part of the divine plan that God is unfolding in your life. You are being shaped, strengthened, and refined for the greatness that is about to manifest. Trust that the God who has brought you this far will not leave you now. Hold on to Him, for He is holding you in His love and guiding you toward the fulfillment of His promises. Your breakthrough is not a matter of if, but when. It is coming, and it will come at the perfect time. You are not alone in this journey. God is with you every step of the way, preparing you for what you have been praying for. Be patient, be faithful, and keep trusting in His timing. The best is yet to come, and when it arrives, you will stand in awe of the work that He has done in you and through you. So, hold on to the God who holds you. Trust that the waiting is worth it, because in His perfect time, everything will align. And when the doors open, you will walk through them with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that the journey was just as important as the destination. Keep believing, keep trusting, and keep holding on, for the manifestation of your dreams is closer than you think. You are not where you are by chance, nor are the experiences you've faced mere coincidences. Everything that has come your way is part of a divine orchestration, a grand design. Right now, you may not fully understand what is unfolding in your life, but let me remind you of something profound. God is preparing you for something big. Every challenge, every trial, every moment of uncertainty is part of the intricate plan to mold you into the person you're destined to become. The disappointments, the setbacks, the moments when you felt broken have not been in vain. They were necessary to shape your spirit, to build your faith, and to prepare you to step into a reality far greater than anything you have ever imagined. There's a truth you must embrace. God does not make mistakes. Every step you've taken, every lesson learned has been a part of the preparation for the abundance waiting for you. You may have thought that doors were closed, that opportunities were lost, but in reality, God was simply guiding you to the right moment, the perfect time, when you would be ready. Right now, in the stillness of your heart, can you sense it? The shift that is about to happen in your life. The feeling that something is stirring deep within you. That is the power of divine preparation at work. God has been working behind the scenes, aligning everything for your benefit. You may not always see it, but in the unseen, your future is being carefully crafted. As you continue to trust in this process, remember that the preparation is not just about external circumstances. It's about your inner transformation. God is not only aligning the world around you, but also refining your thoughts, your heart, and your spirit. Your mind must be ready to receive the blessings that are about to flow into your life. The struggles you have faced are not permanent. They are simply the chiseling of the stone to reveal the masterpiece within. Your dreams, the visions you've held deep within you, are not merely fantasies. They are glimpses of what is to come. God is not preparing you for something small. He is preparing you for something magnificent, something that will astound you. Trust the process. Trust that all the pieces of your life are falling into place. Your journey, though difficult at times, is taking you exactly where you need to be. Look, you may wonder how long it will take or when your breakthrough will come, but I urge you to shift your focus. Don't look at the clock. Look at the infinite possibilities that God has prepared for you. Your moment is approaching, and it will be bigger, more profound, and more beautiful than anything you could ever have imagined. What you are being prepared for is beyond your current understanding. But that is okay, because the divine plan has always been greater than you could ever fathom. In this very moment, God is working wonders in your life, whether you see it or not. He is preparing you for the next level of your purpose. Trust that all of this is for your good. Trust that God is bringing you to a place where you will not just survive, but thrive. The manifestation of your desires is coming, and it will arrive at the perfect moment when you are ready to step into it with faith, courage, and confidence. So, stand tall, hold your head high, Know that the storm you've weathered is part of your preparation. The doors that have opened and closed are part of the divine timing. The transformation you are undergoing is all a part of the incredible breakthrough that is just around the corner. Believe it. Receive it. The time for your manifestation is near, and it will be more than you ever expected. God is preparing you for something big, and when it arrives, you will know that it was worth every moment of waiting. It will be the manifestation of the divine plan that has been unfolding in your life all along. It's easy in the midst of struggle to feel lost or disconnected from the purpose you're meant to fulfill. The confusion, the uncertainty, the silent cries you've uttered in times of distress. All of these emotions are part of the process. They are not signs of failure, but of deep transformation. God is reshaping you, refining your spirit, and preparing you for the profound life that lies ahead. When you are going through the roughest times, remember this: God is preparing you for something big. Even in the moments of silence, the moments when it seems like nothing is moving, God is working. Even when you feel forgotten, you are not. He is behind the scenes, orchestrating everything with precision and love. What is being prepared for you is something that requires your growth, your evolution. If you were to step into it too soon, you would not be able to appreciate it fully. It's like a seed that is buried deep in the earth, seemingly doing nothing. But in reality, it is undergoing a transformation that takes time, energy, and patience. Over time, the seed begins to sprout and grow, and eventually it emerges as a beautiful tree. Janga Mora. The same is true for you. God's work in your life is much like that seed growing in the darkness, preparing for the moment when it will break through to the surface and be seen by the world. The struggles you've faced are not random, they are intentional, each one a stepping stone to where you are meant to be. Through the trials, God has been shaping your character, strengthening your resilience, and expanding your capacity for greatness. The challenges you've experienced have been teaching you valuable lessons, some that you may not even recognize yet, but they are preparing you to carry the weight of the blessing that is coming. Don't be afraid of the waiting period. It can feel uncomfortable, even disheartening at times, but know this: the waiting is an essential part of the process. Just as a caterpillar must go through its metamorphosis in the cocoon before it can emerge as a butterfly, so too must you undergo a process of change, growth, and refinement. And in this process, your faith will be tested. But that's okay. It is in the fire that the strongest metals are forged. The trials you are facing are not meant to break you, but to mold you into something more powerful, something more aligned with your divine purpose. Trust that you are in the hands of a divine master who sees the finished work even before it comes into being. One of the most profound truths you must embrace during this time is that everything you need to fulfill your purpose has already been provided. The resources, the connections, the opportunities, they are all waiting for the right moment to manifest in your life. But your part is crucial. You must be ready to receive them. You must be willing to align yourself with the divine flow that is guiding your every step. The key is not to rush the process, but to trust in the timing of it. Often we think that we must push and strive to make things happen. But the truth is, the more you surrender to the process, the more effortless your manifestation will be. God knows when you are ready, and He will never give you more than you can handle. In fact, He has already prepared you for what is to come. The fact that you've survived everything up until this point is a testament to your strength and resilience. As you move forward, remember that God does not operate on human time. The clock on the wall does not determine your destiny. In the realm of the divine, time is an illusion. There are no deadlines, no rushing. The only thing that matters is your readiness. The more you align yourself with the divine, the more you become a vessel for your own manifestation. And this alignment requires trust. It requires you to believe with every fiber of your being that everything you have been through is preparing you for this exact moment. It requires you to let go of doubt and step into a place of complete faith. knowing that your desires are already on their way to you. Many times we think that we have to work harder to get what we want, that we have to push ourselves beyond our limits. But in reality, the greatest success comes when we allow God's will to work through us. The key is in surrender, surrendering to the idea that you don't have to force things, that you don't have to have everything figured out. The divine knows exactly what you need and when you need it. And the beauty of this process is that you don't have to struggle or strive. All you need to do is align your heart with the divine plan, trust in the preparation, and know that what is for you is already on its way. The preparation God is doing in your life may not always look the way you expect. It may come in the form of uncomfortable situations, loss, or challenges that seem to leave you feeling drained. But in every situation, God is at work. He is removing distractions, breaking down walls, and positioning you for greatness. Think of it like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. The sculptor doesn't randomly hit the stone. Every strike is intentional, designed to reveal the masterpiece hidden within. Your life is the marble, and God is the master sculptor, carefully crafting you into something extraordinary. The beauty of God's preparation is that it doesn't just focus on the external. While doors may open and opportunities may arise, the real transformation takes place inside of you. Your mindset, your beliefs, your emotional state, all of these are being realigned to match the life that is waiting for you. And the more you trust in this process, the more you will see your external circumstances shift in alignment with your inner transformation. The world around you is a reflection of what is happening within you. At times, it may feel as though you are taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. You may feel frustrated by the lack of visible progress, but remember this: the progress you are making is often invisible. It is happening on a deeper level. Your character is being refined, your faith is being strengthened, and your capacity to receive is growing. God is not just preparing the world for your success, He is preparing you for the success that is about to come. You are being made ready, step by step, to step into a future that is beyond your wildest dreams. The preparation phase is often the hardest. It's the time when everything seems to be at a standstill, when you feel as though nothing is happening. But this is the time when God is working the hardest behind the scenes. It's the time when your faith is being tested, when your patience is being refined, and when your trust is being developed. And this period of preparation is essential. It's when you're being made into the person you need to be to handle the blessings that are coming your way. Trust that God's plan is always greater than yours. His ways are always higher, His understanding deeper. What you may see as a setback is in fact a setup for something greater. The things you've endured are preparing you to handle the weight of your success. They are strengthening you, refining you, and getting you ready for the incredible future that lies ahead. So don't be discouraged, don't be disheartened. Your moment is coming. Your breakthrough is on the horizon. God is preparing you for something big. He is preparing you for a life of purpose, abundance, and fulfillment. Trust the process. Trust that everything is happening for your highest good. The divine plan is at work, and it is leading you to a future beyond what you can even imagine. When it all comes together, you will look back and see how everything you've been through was necessary to bring you to this very moment. You are being prepared for something big, and it is coming. It is already on its way. The journey of life is filled with many unexpected turns, challenges, and moments that seem confusing or overwhelming. You may wonder at times why things are happening the way they are, or why it feels like the road ahead is unclear. But let me tell you something profound. Every twist, every trial, and every obstacle you face is a part of the preparation for something incredible that is coming your way. It's not by accident that you are in this place right now. Everything you've experienced, all that you've gone through, is divinely orchestrated to prepare you for something big. It's all coming together, even if you can't see it yet. God is never in a hurry. He does not rush. His timing is perfect, and He is making sure that you are ready to receive the blessings that are on their way. You may not understand why certain things have happened, but one thing is certain: they have been part of the process. Everything is in alignment, even when it feels like nothing is moving. And it is precisely because of this many times we tend to focus on the difficulties of the present moment. It's natural to want to escape hardship or discomfort, and it can feel as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But in those very moments, it's important to pause and reflect. Think about how far you've come. You've survived every challenge you've faced. Every hardship you've endured has brought you to this point. And this is not by chance. God has been with you through every storm, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for something far greater than you can currently comprehend. The very things that have caused you pain have been refining you, making you stronger and more capable of handling the magnitude of the blessings that await. Think of gold being refined by fire. The fire does not destroy the gold, it burns away the impurities, leaving only what is pure and valuable behind. You have been in that fire, undergoing a purification process that is necessary for what lies ahead. Without the fire, the gold would never shine as brightly. Without the struggles, you would not be ready for the greatness that God has in store for you. The divine preparation is happening on multiple levels. It's not just about external circumstances, but also about your inner transformation. God is refining your heart, your mind, and your spirit, teaching you to rely on Him more deeply than ever before. In these moments of silence, when you feel alone or uncertain, God is laying the groundwork for your breakthrough. He is aligning your thoughts, refining your desires, and making sure that you are spiritually prepared to embrace the blessings that are about to manifest. It is important during this time of preparation to guard your heart and your mind. It is easy to become distracted by the challenges you face, to become consumed by doubts or fears. But in those moments, remember that God is always in control. Trust in the process and know that everything you are experiencing is part of the divine plan. It may not always make sense, but it is all leading you towards something greater. One of the most significant aspects of this preparation is the development of your faith. It is easy to trust when things are going well, when everything is flowing smoothly. But true faith is developed in the midst of difficulty. It is in those moments when you feel like giving up, when you don't see any way forward, that your faith is stretched and strengthened. And this is exactly what God is doing in your life right now. He is building a faith in you that will carry you through anything. He is teaching you to trust in Him even when the path ahead is unclear. He is showing you that even when things seem to be falling apart, He is still in control, working everything out for your good. As you continue on this journey, keep your eyes focused on the bigger picture. Understand that this time of waiting is not wasted time. It may seem like nothing is happening, but behind the scenes, God is making all the necessary arrangements. He is preparing people, resources, and opportunities that are just waiting for the right moment to align with your purpose. And in the meantime, He is working on you, shaping you, and preparing you for the destiny that awaits. The power of trust is incredible. When you trust in God's plan, even when you don't understand it, you open the door to divine possibilities. Trust allows you to surrender to the flow of life, knowing that you don't have to fight against the current. God is in control of the river, and He is guiding you to your destination. It may feel like you are swimming against the tide, but remember that the current is leading you to the place where you are meant to be. It's not always about your effort. Sometimes it's about trusting that God will get you where you need to go, even when the journey feels uncertain. As you grow in trust, you will begin to see the signs of the divine preparation around you. Opportunities that you didn't expect will start to appear. The right people will come into your life at the right time. Things that once seemed impossible will suddenly feel achievable. This is the divine timing at work. What you thought was out of reach is now within your grasp. And you will realize that everything has unfolded perfectly according to the divine plan. God has a unique and beautiful plan for your life, one that is designed specifically for you. Your path will not look like anyone else's, and that's okay. The lessons you have learned, the challenges you've overcome, and the experiences you've had have all been part of your personal preparation. What you are about to receive is a reflection of all the growth and transformation you've undergone. The abundance, success, and peace that are waiting for you are not random. They are a direct result of the preparation you have been going through. In this process, you must also remember the importance of patience. We live in a world that is obsessed with instant results, but the most significant blessings often take time to manifest. When you plant a seed, you do not expect it to grow overnight. You wait for it to take root, for it to sprout, and eventually for it to bloom. Your life is like that seed. The manifestation of your desires is already within you, but it must take time to fully unfold. Now, when you plant a seed, it is freighted to intensify. This time of waiting is not a sign of a lack of progress. It is a time of growth, of expansion, and of preparation for the magnitude of what is about to unfold. During this waiting period, it's essential to stay in alignment with your vision. Keep your mind focused on the outcome, on the dreams you've held in your heart. Visualize the life you want to create, and trust that it is already on its way to you. The more you stay in alignment with that vision, the more you will begin to notice the small signs that God is working in your favor. Trust the process. Trust that everything is happening exactly as it should, and when the time is right, you will step into the fullness of what has been prepared for you. God's preparation is never wasted. Every experience, every trial, every joy, and every sorrow has a purpose. You may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but know that God sees the bigger picture. He sees the end result, and He is working everything out for your good. When you look back on your journey, you will realize that every step, every challenge, and every waiting moment has been necessary to bring you to the place where you are meant to be. You are not just waiting for something big to happen, you are becoming the person who can receive it. God is not only preparing the circumstances, but is also preparing you for the life that you are about to step into. So as you continue forward, remember that this time of preparation is part of the divine process. Trust in it, embrace it. Know that God is working on your behalf, and when the time is right, everything will align perfectly. You are being prepared for something extraordinary, something that will surpass your wildest dreams. Keep your faith strong, your heart open, and your eyes fixed on the amazing future that lies ahead. Your time is coming, and it will be everything you've ever hoped for and more. God is preparing you for something big. Believe it. Hold on to it. It is already on its way. The preparation process you are experiencing right now may not always feel comfortable. In fact, it may feel like the very opposite. You might face moments of loss, heartache, or frustration, wondering why things seem to fall apart just as you start to put them together. But it's important to understand that sometimes what feels like a breakdown is actually a breakthrough. God often uses moments of discomfort to shake you free from old patterns, habits, or situations that no longer serve your divine purpose. The things that are being removed from your life are not punishments, but rather gifts of redirection, making room for what is meant to come. Even when it feels like you are being stretched beyond your limit, that stretching is necessary. Just as a bow must be pulled back to launch an arrow forward, God is pulling you back so that He can launch you into the fullness of your destiny. The tension you feel now is the very force that will propel you into a future so bright, so extraordinary, that you will look back in awe at how every detail was woven together. You may not see the full picture yet, but rest assured the tapestry of your life is being masterfully created. As this divine preparation unfolds, you will notice subtle yet powerful shifts within yourself. Perhaps you are becoming more patient, more resilient, or more attuned to the whispers of God's voice. These shifts are not accidental, they are intentional, shaping you into the person you need to be to carry the weight of the blessings that are on their way. Blessings of a significant magnitude require a foundation strong enough to sustain them, and this time of preparation is fortifying that foundation within you. One of the most beautiful aspects of this journey is that God doesn't just prepare you in isolation. He orchestrates your preparation in harmony with the preparation of others. The people who will walk with you, support you, and celebrate with you are also being prepared. Their lives are being aligned with yours in divine timing, so that when the moment comes, everything will fall perfectly into place. Barnakapa, this interconnectedness is a reminder that you are never alone in this journey. While it may feel like you are walking through the wilderness, others are being prepared in their own ways to join you at the right time. This interconnected preparation also extends to opportunities, resources, and circumstances. Doors that once seemed firmly closed will suddenly open, not because of your striving, but because of divine alignment. People you've never met will cross your path at the exact moment you need them. Resources you couldn't have imagined will appear seemingly out of nowhere. This is not luck or coincidence. This is the work of a loving Creator who has planned every detail of your life with care and precision. Amid this preparation, you may find yourself tested in ways that challenge your faith. There may be moments when you question whether God has forgotten you, whether the promises He whispered into your heart were real. But even in these moments of doubt, remember that God's silence does not mean His absence. Just as a teacher remains silent during a test, God is watching, guiding, and rooting for you as you navigate these challenges. The tests are not meant to break you, but to refine you, to prove to yourself just how much strength and faith you truly carry within. In this season, it's essential to remain connected to God through prayer, meditation, and reflection. These practices are not merely rituals. They are lifelines that keep you aligned with divine wisdom and strength. When you pray, you open your heart to receive guidance, peace, and assurance. When you meditate, you quiet the noise of the world and tune into the still, small voice within that reminds you of your purpose. So where do we start? These moments of connection are where you find the strength to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Gratitude is another powerful tool during this time of preparation. It's easy to focus on what you lack or what hasn't yet manifested, but gratitude shifts your perspective. When you thank God for what you already have, you acknowledge the abundance that already exists in your life, creating space for even more blessings to flow. Gratitude is a declaration of faith, a way of saying, I trust that what I need is already on its way. It transforms your outlook, allowing you to see the beauty and purpose in every moment, even the challenging ones. As you continue to move through this process, remember that your thoughts and beliefs play a vital role in shaping your reality. What you dwell on in your mind becomes the foundation for what manifests in your life. If you focus on fear, lack, or doubt, you may unintentionally block the blessings that are meant for you. But if you focus on faith, abundance, and possibility, your thoughts are seeds, and the more you nurture them with faith and positivity, the more they will grow into the life you desire. This process of preparation is not just about you, it's about the impact you are meant to have on the world. God's plans for you are not small, they are expansive, designed to bless not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Your journey, your testimony, and your transformation will inspire others, showing them what is possible when they trust in God's plan. You are being prepared to be a light in the darkness, a source of hope and encouragement for those who are still finding their way. In the midst of this preparation, it's important to release any attachments to how you think things should unfold. Trust that God's plan is far greater than anything you could imagine. Surrender your timeline, your expectations, and your need for control, and allow God to work in His perfect way. When you let go of the need to know every detail, you create space for miracles to unfold. Trust that everything is happening as it should, and that the pieces of your life are coming together in divine harmony. As the preparation continues, you will notice a shift in your perspective. What once seemed like obstacles will begin to feel like opportunities. What once felt like delays will reveal themselves as divine timing. You will see the hand of God in every aspect of your journey, and you will understand that nothing has been wasted. Every moment, every experience, and every lesson has been a part of your preparation for something extraordinary. God is preparing you for something big, something beyond your wildest dreams. The journey may not always be easy, but it is worth it. Every step you take is bringing you closer to the manifestation of your destiny. Trust the process, embrace the preparation, and know that when the time is right, everything will fall into place. Your breakthrough is coming, and it will be greater than you could have ever imagined. Stay faithful, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward, knowing that God's plan for you is unfolding perfectly. The path you are walking, no matter how unclear or uncertain it may feel, is precisely where you are meant to be. Each step you take, even when it feels small or insignificant, carries divine intention. You might not understand it in the moment, but you are being positioned exactly where you need to be for the blessings that are already on their way. Your experiences, whether joyful or challenging, are weaving together a story of transformation, a story that will reveal the magnificence of God's plan in due time. There may be times when the weight of your journey feels unbearable, moments when you question whether you are strong enough to keep going. But remember, strength is not always about the absence of struggle. True strength is born in the moments when you choose to keep moving forward despite the struggle. God has placed within you a resilience that you may not even realize you have. It is in those moments of pressing on, when it feels like all odds are against you, that your faith is forged into something unshakable. You are not defined by the obstacles in your path. You are defined by the grace with which you rise above them. What may seem like a delay or a setback is often a divine detour, redirecting you toward a greater purpose. God sees the entire landscape of your life, the paths you cannot yet see, the opportunities that have not yet revealed themselves. Trust that even when a door closes, it is because another, more fitting one, is being prepared just for you. What is meant for you will not miss you, and no earthly force can hinder what God has ordained. Even in the quiet moments when you feel unseen, unheard, or overlooked, God is at work. Those moments of silence are not void of meaning. They are fertile ground where your faith takes root and grows. It is in the quiet where you learn to listen, to attune yourself to the subtle yet powerful voice of God. The stillness is where you discover the depth of your connection to the divine, a connection that will guide you through every season of your life. The silence is not empty. It is filled with God's presence, gently preparing you for the abundance that is to come. This preparation is not just about external blessings or opportunities. It is about the transformation of your inner world. God is refining your character, teaching you to be patient, compassionate, and wise. He is instilling within you a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose, so that when the time comes, you will not only receive your blessings, but steward them with grace and responsibility. The greatest victories are not just those seen by the world, but those that happen within your own heart, where fear gives way to faith and doubt transforms into unwavering belief. At times, you may feel the pull to compare your journey to that of others, to measure your progress against the visible successes of those around you. But comparison is a thief of joy and a distraction from the unique path God has set for you. No two journeys are the same, because no two purposes are the same. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Trust that the timing of your life is perfectly aligned with the greater plan that God has designed. Your story is unfolding in divine order, and it will not fail to amaze you. The waiting season, though challenging, is sacred. It is where you learn to lean not on your own understanding, but on the wisdom and guidance of God. It is where you develop the endurance and faith that will carry you through every season of life. Waiting is not a passive state. It is an active declaration of trust. When you wait with faith, you are not just standing still, you are standing firm, rooted in the knowledge that God is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet perceive. Every experience you encounter, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a thread in the tapestry of your preparation. That conversation you had, that challenge you overcame, that quiet moment of reflection, all of it is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Nothing is wasted in God's plan. Even the moments of pain and struggle carry lessons and blessings that will reveal themselves in time. What may feel like brokenness is actually the beginning of a beautiful rebuilding, one that will leave you stronger and more aligned with your purpose than ever before. The promises God has placed in your heart are not empty. They are seeds waiting to bloom. But just as seeds require time to grow, so too do your dreams and desires. Growth happens in stages, and each stage has its purpose. The roots must take hold before the flowers can bloom. Trust that even when you cannot see the growth happening, it is there, deep beneath the surface, preparing to break through in ways that will astonish you. You are being prepared not just for what you desire, but for what you are destined to become. Your destiny is greater than any single achievement or milestone. It is the fulfillment of the divine purpose for which you were created. You are being prepared to walk into rooms you never imagined, to touch lives you never expected, to leave a legacy that extends far beyond your lifetime. This preparation is sacred, and it is preparing you for something far greater than you could ever envision on your own. As you navigate this journey, hold on to the truth that God's plans for you are good. They are plans to prosper you, to give you hope, and to secure your future. Even when the path seems unclear, even when you face trials and uncertainties, trust that every step is leading you closer to the fulfillment of those plans. Your life is not random or accidental. It is purposeful, and every moment is orchestrated with divine care and intention. You are a vessel of possibility, a carrier of dreams and visions that are meant to bless not only your life, but the lives of countless others. The preparation you are undergoing is equipping you to step into that role fully, to embody the greatness that has always been within you. You are not being prepared for mediocrity. You are being prepared for magnificence. The journey may be long, but it is leading you to a destination that is worth every step, every trial, and every moment of waiting. When the time comes, and it surely will, you will look back on this season of preparation with gratitude. You will see how every experience, every challenge, every moment of faith contributed to the person you have become. You will stand in awe of how perfectly everything aligned, how every detail was orchestrated with divine precision. And in that moment, you will understand that the preparation was not just for the destination, but for the journey itself, a journey that transformed you into the person you were always meant to be. The preparation God has placed you in is not merely about external achievements, but also about the development of your spirit. It is in this quiet season of molding that you are learning how to see beyond what the physical world presents. You are growing in faith, in trust, and in the ability to align yourself with the spiritual truth that all things are working together for your good. These moments, though they may feel heavy, are the moments when your faith is solidified, becoming the anchor that will hold you steady through life's storms. Understand that God often places the greatest treasures in the most unexpected places. He hides opportunities within challenges, blessings within trials, and purpose within what may seem like the mundane. It is not for you to figure out every detail, but to trust that everything you encounter is a part of the greater preparation for what is to come. Every challenge is a teacher, and every triumph is a glimpse of what is possible when you walk in alignment with divine will. When you feel the urge to rush, to demand that things happen on your timeline, remember that God's timing is perfect. It is not bound by the limitations of the clock or the calendar. His timing considers not only your desires, but your readiness to receive what you've asked for. If you are waiting, it is not because you are being denied. It is because you are being refined. The blessings God has for you are too precious to be placed in hands that are not ready to carry them. He is strengthening your hands, your heart, and your mind so that you can fully embrace what is meant for you when it arrives. As you wait, focus not on what you lack, but on what you are gaining. Patience is not passive, it is an active state of faith and expectation. While you wait, you are being taught lessons of humility, gratitude, and resilience. You are learning to let go of control and to surrender to the flow of divine grace. In this surrender, you find a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that God's hand is upon your life. The whispers of doubt may come, telling you that you are not enough, that your efforts are in vain, or that your dreams are too big. But these whispers are not the voice of truth. They are distractions meant to pull you away from the path God has set before you. Do not entertain them. Instead, remind yourself of the promises that have been spoken over your life. Meditate on the truth that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, equipped with everything you need to fulfill the purpose for which you were created. In this journey of preparation, you will find that the answers you seek are not outside of you, but within you. God has placed His wisdom, His love, and His power within your heart. As you quiet the noise of the world and tune into that divine voice within, you will begin to see the path more clearly. You will recognize that every step, every decision, every experience has been divinely orchestrated to prepare you for something greater than you could have imagined. Do not despise the process. The process is where the miracles happen. It is where you grow, where you transform, and where you become the person who can receive and sustain the blessings that are coming your way. The process may stretch you, challenge you, and even break you open at times, but it will also build you into someone who is strong, compassionate, and deeply connected to the divine. Even now, in this very moment, you are being shaped by unseen hands. God is crafting a masterpiece out of your life, weaving together every thread of your experience into a tapestry that will one day take your breath away. You may not see the full picture now, but trust that every color, every detail, every moment is being placed with purpose. When the time comes for the unveiling, you will see that it was all worth it. The struggles you face are not punishments, they are preparations. They are opportunities to grow, to learn, and to deepen your faith. Every tear you have shed, every prayer you have whispered, every step you have taken in faith is building something beautiful. Your pain is not wasted, and your effort is not in vain. God sees it all, and He is using it all to prepare you for a purpose that is greater than you can comprehend. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of the journey feels too heavy to bear. In those moments, remember that you are not walking alone. God is with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and reminding you of who you are. You are His creation, His beloved, His masterpiece. You are being prepared not just to receive blessings, but to become a blessing to others. The work God is doing in your life is not just for you. It is for everyone who will be touched by your story, your faith, and your light. This preparation is a sacred journey, one that requires patience, trust, and an unwavering belief in the goodness of God's plan. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Every step you take, every challenge you face, every moment of faith you cling to is bringing you closer to the fulfillment of the purpose for which you were created. God is preparing you for something big, something beautiful, something that will not only bless your life, but will glorify Him in ways you cannot yet imagine. Trust the process, and trust the one who holds your life in His hands. The moments of waiting, the moments of uncertainty, these are not to be feared or resisted. They are sacred. They are the fertile ground in which your faith is being planted and nurtured. Trust is not built in the moments of clarity, but in the moments of darkness when the path is obscured, and yet you take a step forward. Each step, no matter how small, is an act of faith, a declaration to the universe that you trust in the process even when you cannot yet see the destination. God is not simply preparing you for a single event or a fleeting moment of victory. He is preparing you for a lifetime of purpose. The work being done within you now is creating a foundation so strong that no storm, no trial, no challenge will be able to uproot it. That foundation is built on trust, on resilience, and on the understanding that you are not defined by your circumstances, but by the divine purpose placed within you. There will be moments when it feels like nothing is happening, as though your prayers are bouncing back to you unanswered. But know this, just because you cannot see the movement does not mean it isn't there. Like a seed planted in the soil, much of the growth happens beneath the surface, unseen and unnoticed. But when the time is right, that seed will break through the ground, reaching toward the ground, reaching toward the light, revealing the beauty and strength that had been growing all along. This is why patience is so vital. Patience is not passive waiting, it is active trust. It is the willingness to remain steadfast, to hold on to your faith, even when the evidence around you suggests otherwise. Patience teaches you to let go of control, to release your need to force outcomes, and to rest in the knowledge that God's plan is far greater than anything you could ever orchestrate on your own. Patience allows you to see the beauty in the process, to find joy in the journey, and to appreciate the masterpiece being created within you. Each trial you face is a lesson, a teacher sent to prepare you for what lies ahead. It is through these trials that you learn endurance, strength, and the unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you are never alone. Every setback, every closed door, every moment of doubt is refining you, polishing you, and drawing you closer to the truth of who you are. These experiences are not wasted. They are the building blocks of the person you are becoming. You are being taught to see beyond the physical, to recognize that the true essence of your life is spiritual. The physical world is but a reflection of your inner reality. And as you align yourself with the divine purpose within you, the world around you begins to shift. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations. These are the tools with which you create your reality. When you align these with God's truth, you unlock a power within you that is limitless, a power that can move mountains and create miracles. The whispers of doubt, the voices that tell you to give up or settle for less than what you know is meant for you, these are the final tests before the breakthrough. They are the resistance that strengthens your faith, the obstacles that sharpen your vision. Do not fear them. Face them with courage, knowing that they are simply part of the preparation. Each time you overcome doubt, each time you choose faith over fear, you take another step toward the fulfillment of your purpose. The result: as you journey through this process, you will begin to see signs, small glimpses of what is to come. These signs are God's way of reminding you that you are on the right path. They may come in unexpected moments of clarity, in the kindness of a stranger, or in the quiet assurance that you are exactly where you need to be. Pay attention to these signs, for they are the breadcrumbs that lead you closer to the destiny that has been prepared for you. Remember that the preparation is not just about what you are becoming, but also about what you are letting go of. Old fears, limiting beliefs, and patterns that no longer serve you must be released to make room for the new. This process of release can be painful, as it often requires you to confront parts of yourself that you would rather avoid. But it is through this confrontation, this willingness to let go, that you find freedom. You are not your past, your mistakes, or your failures. You are a child of God, and your future is not bound by the limitations of your past. In this journey, gratitude becomes your greatest ally. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, from what is missing to what is already present. When you live in gratitude, you align yourself with the abundance of the universe. You begin to see that even in the waiting, even in the trials, there is so much to be thankful for. Gratitude transforms your perspective, allowing you to see the beauty in the process and to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. If the transformation that is happening within you is not just for your benefit, it is for the world. You are being prepared to be a light, a source of hope and inspiration for others. Your journey, with all its twists and turns, is a testimony to the power of faith, the strength of perseverance, and the beauty of God's plan. When you step into the fullness of your purpose, you become a vessel through which God's love and light can shine, touching the lives of those around you. So as you walk this path of preparation, remember that every step, every moment, every experience is part of a divine plan. Trust the process, trust the timing, and trust the one who is guiding you. You are being prepared for something extraordinary. something that will not only change your life, but will also impact the world in ways you cannot yet imagine. Hold on to your faith, keep your eyes fixed on the truth, and know that the best is yet to come. In this sacred journey of preparation, take heart in knowing that every delay, every challenge, and every quiet moment of waiting is a step closer to the incredible purpose God has designed for you. Trust the unseen, for what is unfolding is greater than anything your human eyes can perceive. Stand firm in faith, rooted in the knowledge that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, and never alone. Embrace the growth, the transformation, and the refining fire, for they are molding you into the person capable of stepping into the greatness God has prepared. As you move forward, carry with you the understanding that your life is a masterpiece, intricately woven with divine intention. Keep believing, keep trusting, and keep walking in alignment with the vision placed in your heart. The time is coming when the fruits of this preparation will be revealed, and the world will see the glory of God shining through your life. You are being prepared for something big, something eternal. Stay faithful, for the best is not just ahead, it is within you, ready to bloom at the perfect time.